What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Success Stories on the Luke Mind Power podcast. It's a blessing to be alive, and I'm freaking with someone extraordinary. And you know what I say, man, surround yourself with extraordinary people, you become extraordinary too. Surround yourself with success, you become successful. So I had to bring on Kevin Brown. He's one of our amazing members in the Superpower Mastermind. He's one of our kings. He's been doing a lot of work on himself. He's got a massive story to share. But I just want to, first of all, welcome Kevin to the Luke Mind Power podcast.
Thank you, Luke. Pleasure to be here. Excited. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely, man. It's an honor, to be honest. I mean, you even, you've done so much work on yourself joining the Superpower Mastermind last year, and then you even, took radical, massive action. You came to Laguna Beach, met you there. You came to Atlanta. You know what I mean? You've seen me on stage as well. Like, talk about taking action and leveling up, so congratulations. And I appreciate that so much, but let's go back to when you first, saw me for the first time. You connected with us. What was happening in your life, and why did you actually want to do some work on yourself?
Well, it would be about about a year and a half ago. I was just, sitting in the backyard on Instagram, having all these thoughts in my mind about all of the things I wanted to do and should be doing and looking to the future, but the mindset. And I was in a place mentally that I just didn't have the determination or motivation to do it. I was in a relationship for 23 years and I was stuck, and I couldn't just take the next step forward. And I just started seeing, I don't know, on Instagram, things just started popping up for whatever reason. I mean, there's reasons why things show up on your phone, but inspirational quotes. And then I saw you, and I don't know, the accent, the dancing, the words at the top of the screen, they just completely resonated. And then I started listening to the podcast, and then did that for, it was about a year that I was listening to the podcast, and I was going through 150 and 51, 52, and just kept going and going and going. And then there was two podcasts back to back, and I was like, crap, these are for me. You were talking to me in those podcasts. And I was like, that's it. It's time for me. It's time for me to live and succeed and just be happy and grow and accomplish all the things that I want to. So I left the relationship and I chose me. And I wanted to be better for me. I wanted to be better for my kids, for my parents, and I left. And then that's the journey from that day, July 1st, 2023 till today has been unbelievable. I don't even know where to start. Like it's emotional, it's exciting, it's inspiring, all of the above.
So did you hear that, guys? He even remembers the date. Like, that's how important that date is for Kevin, of when he took action to transform his life. But obviously, Kevin, you were doing so much work already, like investing in yourself by just listening to the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And, you're not the only one. I know that from just how many people have joined us because of listening to the podcast. You're just like, okay, I get to this level or place where I'm just like, okay, I got to do something more, but just curious, like when you listen, we'll go into the podcast first, because I know there's more to share, obviously, about our Kings community and about, the program itself and the coaching and stuff like that. But with the podcast, like, what is it actually like? How does it fuel you? Like, what is it exactly that you really, really love about it, or that has kind of triggered you into action?
Because it gives you the awareness to know of all of the things that it makes you aware of everything that you were dealing with or trying to work through over the last 5, 10, 15 years. And it's just like, yeah, that's right. I mean, I wasn't in mentally in the place that I wanted to be. So then I wasn't able to accomplish the things that I wanted to do. Everything that should be fun felt like a chore, like doing things with my children. Of course, I loved it, but it was because I wasn't mentally in a good place. It was just like, okay, sure, we'll do that. And I was always aware of, holy crap, I hope my reaction didn't sound like I'm a crappy dad just by the way I said it. So then by listening to the podcast and the topics that you were talking about and the way you deliver it and the words that you use and the tone of voice, it drills it into you. It's just like, holy shit, he's right. Like, he's right. He's right. He's right. This is me. This is happening to me. It just makes you aware. And once you become aware, then you get the motivation to be like, I'm ready. I'm ready. It's there. It's right in front of me. Yeah. I can do it. And I did it.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Thanks for sharing that. And I'm glad that it has that kind of impact. That's the whole purpose of it. So one of the things that I know myself as well, being in, like I've heard this with so many people that I've worked with as well, you know, we have this guilt of leaving a marriage, for example, relationship when there are children involved. Did it cross your mind that, you know, if I leave, how is it going to impact my kids? Is it going to be a bad thing? You know, and how did you see it when you were making the decision?
That was the predominant thought. It was there. That was the thought that was there all the time. I was putting my kids first, but in hindsight, I wasn't, because I was staying just because society says to stay and it's better for the kids. And then I was like, yeah, but I'm not the best person that I can be, which makes me not the best dad that I can be, which makes them not the best children they can be and should be and are going to be. So that's why it took me a while to do it, because that was the thought. It was always there, and I would see their faces and I would hear just see the emotion and how they react and respond to things. And that I just finally said, enough. It's me. I got to choose me so that I can be the best that I can be for them. So that was the ultimate reason why I was so hesitant, and it took me the time that it did.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, man. I know that it wouldn't have been easy, but you know, it does really take courage to put yourself first, to stand up for yourself, to do what's right for you, and to know that, you know, you are leading by example, you know, and the better that you are, the better that your kids are going to get to receive, you know, the better dad feeling amazing, dad feeling powerful, dad feeling positive, you know, instead of the dad that's insecure or stuck or, you know, fighting for himself, you know?
Yep.
So how, because of the work that you've been doing in the program and the coaching, and obviously we've been working together privately as well, how has this now impacted your kids' lives as like your whole family dynamic now?
They're changing with me. I mean, I'm leading by example. I'm doing the things. I'm around my son all the time because he works with me. The daughters are here a lot, and the middle child, Michaela, I see her quite often, and saw her today, stopped in at work. I can see the inspiration in them because of watching their dad. My youngest daughter, Alexa, last night sent me a picture. She had put 4 sets of Olympic rings on her wall over her headboard in her room. And she put a quote. It was about, don't give up on your dreams. Whatever you believe in will happen. And then she sent it to me and just sent it to me. No comments, no words, just sent it to me, because I'm always trying to be an inspiration to her, not just by what I'm doing, but the things that I say to her, and she's learning from it. So is Cam. I mean, I'm going to the gym all the time now. Cameron is going to the gym now. They're just happy, and they're just happy kids and inspired kids. I see it. It's so obvious. And I was with Cam and his girlfriend on Thursday night, and the smile on his face and the laughing and the giggling and just the different frame of mind. They've all changed. The change is drastic and incredible. I'm so proud of them.
Yeah. And this is another trend that I'm finding, that, you know, so many of us who do the work also, because we heal ourselves, we heal our children, and we create healthier, better relationships with them because we have a healthy relationship with ourselves. It's like, shit, man, it's not rocket science, but it just makes sense. It's like when you're better, everything's better.
Yep.
and it's like everything that you are is then shown to the people that you're surrounded by, and they feed off that.
Mhm.
So now that you've made so much progress, you're definitely someone that inspires me as well, because I know a lot about your life and what you do and stuff like that. But you've got such a positive mindset, and you're on such a high vibration now, since you moved forward, took ownership of your life, did what was right for you, becoming a better version of yourself, working on your personal development. Now that you've gotten to this place, what's the secret now of maintaining it? Because you do a lot, like, and I remember, like, some of the coaching sessions, you saying, I'm struggling with, like, finding enough time. I'm doing
Mhm.
this, I'm doing that. I'm just, and I could feel like there was this Kevin that was hiding for so many fucking years, and all of a sudden now it's like this kid. It's almost like the kid in you has come out and gone, fucking hell, been fucking hiding for so long, and I just want to get out of here and take action and do stuff and figure it out and make more money. And like this, like, there was so much there. Like, and how are you managing that now? And do you have a balanced lifestyle? How does it work for you now in your day to day?
It's a structured routine with a still a huge amount of spontaneity. Meaning, there's two podcasts I listen to. I listen to yours, and I listen to one that's specific to money and investing. I do things that you have taught. I do 3-6-9 in the morning. I do 5 goals for work. I do 5 goals for personal. I do my 5 daily affirmations, and that's what keeps me focused on getting things accomplished and going to the next level. It's the mental and the physical health is what's able to allow me to do all of the other things that I do now. The gym is a constant and non-negotiable. I love it. I'm in the best physical and mental shape of my life. The awareness that I have gained from doing your program to keep the negative away, whether that be people or situations, I shut it down instantly. No more news. No social media is limited, and then I do. There's so many things that I used to know that were part of my life that I love doing, which I would do just because, I used to do them. I used to love them. Now it's like, it's constant. It's sporting events, concerts, downhill skiing.
Mm.
And it's just, and then I have the relationship that I'm in now. I have Diana by my side, and talk about having somebody to motivate you and be inspired by. It's incredible, the things that she can accomplish, and the way she not looks after me, but in unison we're able to move through life and just accomplish so many things. It's an unbelievable feeling. So
Yeah, thanks for sharing, man. Okay, so you mentioned Diana, and I just want to touch on this because we don't get to hear much about healthy relationships and how powerful it can be when you attract someone that's good for you. So tell us a bit about, if you don't mind, about how being in a relationship where it's balanced, you know what I mean, like you both have each other's back, like, and how does it lift you up? How does it drive you? How does it motivate you, having a supportive partner?
Because it's the way you flow through things, and I'm able to bounce ideas off her, because of what she knows and what she's been through in her life. She is very vocal and very she's just able to bang off ideas like quickly, and her mind is very quick. She's very intelligent because of the experiences in her life, and we're just completely in love. And when you have that and you're able to flow through your day, and it's just so many little things that we do in the space. She's doing something, and then I'm doing something to complement that. And then if she sees I'm struggling with something, it's just like it's right there, and like instantly. And then when you don't have to worry about things going on around you that might cause you an issue, or that might take time away from your day, you just want to keep going all day long. I want to get this done. I'm going to get this done now. I'm going to get this done now, because I have her support and help and guidance and assistance. Hmm.
That's amazing, man. It's a dream come true,
Hmm.
and you live in it, you know. So it's such a blessing. So thanks for sharing that. Now, let's talk about the kings for a moment, because you know we have so many you know members who are queens, who are women in our community, but we don't have as many kings. You know, we have a you know more than you know over 20 of us,
Hmm.
but let's just talk about the experience, like working with men, doing this kind of work. You know, I think that this is definitely still kind of taboo, and it's like, you know, vulnerability, sharing, showing emotion. You know, as a male, how has the experience been for you, and how have you been able to, you know, feed off the other kings, the other, you know, men in the community, and being able to open up a little bit more, because I know that, you know, some of this work requires vulnerability. It
Hmm.
requires you to share, you know, it's opening up your heart, you know, talking about feelings and shit. And as men, you know, we're not really, a lot of us haven't been taught, or you know, that's not really something that many men are open to doing, you know, which I think this is the main reason why many men aren't doing the program, you know.
Hmm.
So what is your take on the whole experience, you know, working with other men, doing the work, you know, sharing, being vulnerable?
Well, there's two parts to it. There's it's a safe space, because we're all here for similar reasons, not necessarily the same reason, but similar reasons with similar backgrounds and stories. You can say anything you want. It doesn't. There's nothing off limits. You can talk about any topic, anything that happened in this place. Which, and when you do that, when you reveal, you heal. That's just how it works. So I've probably early on, I was talking a lot about what was happening in my life, and to this today I have to do this that I'm not comfortable with, and next week I have this coming up that I'm not comfortable with. But when you share it, then you get like the feedback is just the guys are just so supportive. Um, it's my God, it's like you got this, and we're right there with you. It's supportive in the way in the words that they say, but in the way that they give it to you in the way they portray it. Like they give it to you with emotion. Like there's such a connection with the guys that it's more about just the words that they say or the words that they type. It's the look in their eyes and
Mm,
the way the expressions that they give you and the raw emotion that they talk with.
yeah, that's amazing, man. Yeah, and so, you know, it is these connections that we make through the journey, but I know myself that obviously this wouldn't work if you didn't have the community. You know, and I've said this to many people. I'm like, you know, if I gave you the program and I said, hey, man, here you go do the work and come back when you're done, it wouldn't work the same.
Not at all.
How much of an impact has the community as a whole, you know, even joining the coaching sessions, because in the coaching session we have both men and women.
Mhm.
How much has that helped you, you know, to kind of process your thoughts, connect with, you know, like-minded people, for example?
Mhm. It's 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 a place to just get ideas from other people, because when there's the breakout rooms, we would talk about what are we struggling with this week, and then people would get, you'd have four or five people that were giving their insights and their inputs, and then everyone's taking notes, and then but you get to do it to them too. Like they talk about what they're struggling with, and then you give them ideas. It's just it's thought provoking, and it just increases the awareness to levels that I've never had before. Um, but you gain a connection, you gain like a family connection with the group, with the community. Like I've been able to meet many of them in person, and having never met these people before in my life, but being part of the community for 4 months, however long the other people, you meet them in person, and you just want to like you just want to keep them around you, like because of the love that's there and the support and the connections, and because of the things you've talked about and how you've been able to help people and receive the help from the others. They become I don't even know the right words for it. Like they're just a part of you now, and always will be. I've been fortunate to meet many actually at your conferences and a few in person, and yeah, those are connections for life. Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's amazing. Congratulations, man, on all of your success. I know there's heaps more to come. I'm curious, and I'm sure, you know, people watching are interested as well. You know, where is Kevin in 5 years' time? Like, I've always, as we've spoken and connected and I'm learning from you and listening to you and supporting you as well. You've grown so much in such a quick, in a small amount of time. And so I'm like, in 5 years' time, man, this bloke is going to be huge. Like the success he's going to achieve, or what do you see for yourself, like in 5 years' time? Like, what are you doing? Who's Kevin?
Well, I mean, financial wealth and financial security is a big part of my life. It always has been. That's my focus. I see. I just foresee that going well. The kids' success. I'm going to continue to guide them and watch them grow and tell them that there's no dream too big for them to achieve. So, and then the business that I'm a part of, watching it grow. It has over the 10 years that I've been there. It's a great company that I work for, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm part of that. I'm part of that company. It's part of me. It's embedded inside me. So I want to keep that growing and see where that can go. And then just happiness, peace, the traveling, the things that I do that are important to me, which is traveling, which is skiing, which is rock concerts. That's inside me. That's a part of my life. So I'm sure there's more. I mean, I'm way more comfortable speaking. I want to be able to be on a stage and talk to people, gaining the confidence, and helping other people realize that anything is possible. You can be in a place where you think, man, how do I ever get out of this? And how do I go to where I want to go? It's possible. And I want to let people know that it is.
And I think that's why we have to keep being the best versions of ourselves and trying our best, because showing that it's possible is everything. It gives people hope. It's so powerful. Someone could be struggling right now listening to this story going, shit, if Kevin can do it, so can I. And literally, that's why I say, like, we change, because we change ourselves, we change our lives. That's how we change the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So it's absolutely powerful. But Kevin, man, I love you. Thank you so much for jumping on, for believing in me, for showing up, for doing the work, for being diligent, man. I think one of the hardest things about the program, the coaching and all that stuff that we do is actually doing the work, is following through, and I know that there's still more work to do, of course. Life is a journey, and personal development, I believe, is something that you just got to keep working on, you got to keep working on yourself all the time. It's always different variables, and you got to learn to pivot and adjust yourself according to the circumstances and whatever's going on, Yep. But you're an inspiration, and I really look forward to supporting your journey to the top, because you're fucking going there, bro.
I'm right beside you, Luke. I'm right beside you.
And where can people follow you? Like, you got Instagram, right? If people wanted to follow you, if they wanted to, they're watching right now. What's your Instagram?
I'm not a big social media person. Instagram is K_R_Brown99.
Awesome. There you have it, guys. The man, the myth, the legend, Kevin Brown. King Kevin is in the house. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming on. Guys, if you're watching this, and especially if you're a bloke, or if you're a man, or if you're, you're ready to do some work on yourself, this is inspiring you, then all I want you to do is click the link below, or DM us the numbers 222 on Instagram, and you'll connect with my team, and we can learn a little bit more about if and how we can possibly help you. If you're ready to take action, we're here for you. All right. Otherwise, guys, I'll see you on the next episode. Thanks, Kevin.
Absolutely. Thank you for everything.